Hello everyone, today's video will be a Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex inspired makeup tutorial. So first we're going to do a quick hair tutorial and then I'll show you all of the glowy makeup I've been loving from the Sephora sale. First things first, I'm going to prime my skin by doing some eye cream dotted along my under eye and brow bone. I absolutely love the Sunday Riley one. And then I have to make a confession, I did return the Drunk Elephant set. It broke me out and you can see the little spots and congestion on my skin throughout the video from that, and I replaced it after returning it with some products from Ren. Of course, I moisturized my lips so that they will have a good base for the look we're doing later on. Then I'm going to spray in some dry shampoo just around the roots. My hair isn't super greasy, but what I love about my favorite dry shampoo, which I've linked down below along with everything else, is that it just adds so much volume, and right away there's the right texture to kind of keep a bun or updo in place. This look would also look great with a ponytail, but I'm going to do a low ballerina bun, and this hair look that Meghan Markle wears all the time reminds me so much of Lily Vanderwoodson. If you guys ever watched Gossip Girl, I used to wear my hair to exams in this style because that show was big back then, but it is a little bit more undone than that. So it's a low bun, pinned into place but not too carefully. I used 4 pins, and the trick is to make sure that they slip into the hair elastic so they will stay put, and I just went around the circumference of the bun and then just pulled it to be a little bit looser. And you can do this as much as you like so that it's more or less undone depending on how you like it, but it's nice to get a little bit of a bigger bun by pulling it apart. And then I pull out 2 sections of hair at the front, and I have a little trick for this as well. So to avoid the strands looking too heavy and just kind of sitting there in a big clump, what's useful to do is to take out the middle section of each strand and pin that back. That way they'll remain separated throughout the day and you'll get more of a feminine, airy kind of ballerina look, which I really like. So once that's done, I'm actually going to tuck those strands back and get into doing my makeup with my hair now out of my face and my hairstyle ready for the day. This is a great second or third day hairstyle. So Ren products are so well priced that with the money I got back from the Drunk Elephant kit, I managed to get a few things. So I also got the priming serum, which is amazing. It's a water-like feel and it's silicone free, which is really hard to find in a makeup primer. It just feels like water on the skin. It sinks in right away, but I found that it did help to make my T-zone be less oily, so I needed less blotting. I've been using the Beauty Blender foundation in shade 150 for the first time. It's got a really nice gel-like consistency that's really easy to blend in with the Beauty Blender, of course. I don't like their whole palette in the packaging idea though, so I just go ahead and apply it straight to my face, and that has been working for me just fine, and I found that it lasts really well throughout the day. So when I get home from work, I find that it's not dry or cracked despite my skin being quite dry and just a bit problematic right now from not reacting well to those products, unfortunately. Some of you guys have had great experiences with them though, so I don't want to dissuade you, but I thought I would let you know my review. So then I applied my stick concealer, which is my favorite, which I'll link down below, and then my NARS eye primer, the best ever to hold eyeshadow in place all day, and then my favorite powder, which was recommended by Sophie Chohet. I absolutely love the powder. Her recommendation was so true that there really is something special about it in that you get a lot of coverage and no cakiness. So then I used my Anastasia Sultry palette, which I've been so excited about. There's so many different looks you can do with this palette, but we're going pretty light today because Meghan's makeup is usually pretty light, especially on the Australia tour. Even in the evening it was very glowy and light. So I went in with the color Fresh in the inner eye corner, and then Pearl, which is probably my favorite shade from the palette, more or less all over the eyelid just to give it a lot of glow. I was a little afraid of the sparkly packaging that you can see, but I've seen no fallout either from the packaging or from the eyeshadows. So despite being very shimmery, half of them at least, because the other half are perfect mattes, I just have been loving it and I have not found it difficult to use at all. So then I used cinder in the outer eye corner, kind of just to add a little bit of a shadow, but even the shadow itself is a little bit sparkly and shimmery, which I think is really pretty for the holidays. This would be a really lovely natural looking eye look for the holidays, which I really am loving, a bit of a lighter look right now. Then I define the outer eye corner with a little bit of Noir and Dystopian mixed in, so brown and black for a little bit of a softer look. Just blend it in really, really well. You get a fluffy brush and really make that disappear basically. And then blend it out all further into the crease using a mixture of birch and twig, which are the two matte blending shades. Twig being a little bit of more gray blending shade, and birch a little bit browner and lighter. Both of them fantastic. A Q-tip dipped into eye makeup remover cleans everything up and gives you that really nice clean line, which will then actually help with your eyeliner. I like to add a little bit further shimmer packed on just with my finger in the center of the lid for extra shimmer and kind of that nice roundness and glowiness that looks great in photos. Something that I've noticed on the Duchess of Sussex, both on the center of the eyelid and the cheek and cheekbone. Next, I just defined my brows a bit because they are microbladed halfway right now. I'll do a video. And then I use some liquid liner just to do a tiny, tiny flick. She really does not wear a lot of eyeliner, but I never feel quite right without a little bit of it. So I just did a little tiny baby cat eye just to define the whole look and pull it all together. And I really love this liquid liner for that because it's easy to go light. And then this is the mascara that she reportedly uses. She took part in quite a few what's in my makeup bag type videos prior to the royal wedding where she stated this was her favorite, and it is really, really great at curling the lashes and opening up the eyes. Make sure you wiggle it and really push it into the lashes, and I'll include my favorite volumizing mascara from the same brand in the info bar as well. This bronzer has been my absolute favorite, and if you want an all-over glow, it's so perfect for the winter because it doesn't add a ton of color or contour. It just gives a bit of warmth to the entire face. And this blush, a new purchase from Sephora, was actually meant to be an Alba. So you'll see in my haul I mentioned it was Rayo, but it was actually Alba that I wanted to buy, so that was the only other exchange that I made, and I really am happy with how corally and beautiful it is. I think it really does look like those amazing photos where there's just so much shimmer to the skin, and I love how it looks on me. It's very similar to NARS Orgasm, which she's also mentioned that she absolutely loves, but for me I think I like this one better because it has a lot less glitter in it and a little bit more warmth. Then I used my new highlighter. Again, this really takes the highlight up a notch and increases the glowiness of the cheekbone, which I absolutely love. It pulls the whole look together. And I absolutely love this trick for lips. So you get a look that's really defined, but not too done. So you line the outer part of your lips to overline them just a tiny bit and then blend it in with your fingers so you get a bit of an ombre effect that's really natural. So many of her looks are very much no makeup and all about that glow. So it's all about prepping the skin and really looking for ways to make it glow and highlight, but in subtle ways. Same thing with this lip product that I'm finishing the whole look off with. It's a corally tinted balm that just adds a lot of moisture and makes sure that that lip liner, which is really creamy in the first place, is just perfectly blended in and gorgeous. And then I finished the whole look with some classic pearls, made a little bit more modern with some gold chains. This is my Baroque ombre chain doubled up along with my Vermeer Baroque earrings. Always put your pearls on at the end of getting ready so that you don't damage them with products. And that is the whole look pulled together. I hope you liked it. And in the same way as during the royal tour, the makeup didn't change much from day to night. You could easily wear this from office to evening party as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.